The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers going to come out throwing. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Boston Scott. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Throwing is Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The Eagles at 2-8 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing left side and Watts. And the ball is knocked out. And the Eagles have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 3 yards out. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you. If you just
looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a second NFL interception for him, and he is looking the part here in year one.
And normally, partner, you talk about cornerbacks and safeties being the ball hawk type of guys, and they always will be because they'll get more opportunities. But this young man has potential to be a ball hawk from the linebacker position. I think that's why he was drafted as high as he was, and he'll stay on the field on most downs.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Touchdown! Allen Lazard from 17 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, back to Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got it. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Jones. And And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And some room to work. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 16, Hurts. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that. You're going to control an inside running game.
He had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that... This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 65 yards. 26. Rodgers now on first down. And complete once again to Watson. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Now whistles here. Flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They juked him. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey, pick 26.
Second down and goal. Rodgers, touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2nd down, back to Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Okay, and the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 54 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open. And
he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts finding Goddard there. 1st down, Philadelphia. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Over.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Green Bay, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Hawk 70.